Hello everyone and welcome back to FunMathology. Now today's topic is properties of addition. Now this is part 4 of the integers series. Now we'll learn about different properties of addition. Now remember students, we have studied that integers are a combination of positive numbers, negative numbers and 0. And we have also studied about number line, which helps us to visualize addition much better. Alright, so let's get started. Now you also remember that when we were doing the whole number series, we had a concept of properties of addition there also. So the property will not change here, the name of the property, but the way of dealing with the property here in integers will change a bit. Got it? So let's see what is a property, right? So a property is a rule that always works, let's say. Okay? So it helps us to write and simplify expressions. Got it? In a very simple way to say that this is the basic definition of property. Got it? So this is the first property. Let's come to the first property, that is known as the closure property. So in the closure property, what it says that sum of any two integers is always an integer. Got it? So if, let's say, A and B. So if A and B are two integers, right? Are two integers, then A plus B will result into an integer. Okay? The result will be an integer. Got it? So if A and B are two integers, then their sum will also result in an integer. So that is known as a closure property. Got it? So if A and B are two integers, then A plus B will also be an integer. So let's take an example. So let's take an integer like -4 plus, so we are adding 3, so it will result into -1. Obviously this -1 is an integer. So let's come to the second property. The second property is commutative property. Now what is commutative property? Commute means the changing of the what? The order, that is known as commute. So commutative property says if you change the order, the result of the sum do not change. So let's say A plus B is equal to B plus A, where A and B are two integers. A and B are integers. Got it? So A and B are two integers. So if I change the order, A plus B is equal to B plus A, right? So the result will be same. So let's have a look and let's try to prove this property. So example. So we'll take A as -5 and B 3, right? So what will be A plus B? So A plus B will be -5 plus 3, which results to -2. Now what is B plus A? So 3 plus of -5, which results to again -2. So it proves that A plus B is equal to B plus A, means -5 plus 3 is equal to 3 plus -5. Got it? So this is commutative property. If you change the order, the result will be the sum of the two integers will always be same. See, A plus B equal to B plus A. So let's come to the third property. Okay, so what is the third property? The third property is associative property. So what is associative property? Associate terms is associated with, right? So associative or associate property means grouping, right? So grouping, even the grouping doesn't change the sum. If we change the grouping, the sum do not change. For example, let's see the example. So you have already gone through these properties in the whole number section also. If you haven't seen, so my request is to go and check the whole number series where we have discussed about the addition, properties of addition of whole numbers. So let's come to the associative property. So example is A plus B, we group this A plus B plus C is equal to A plus we group this one B plus C, right? Where A, B and C are integers. So integers, right? So if I change this, if I change the group, the result will be same. It says in the equation. So let's take A to be 2, let's take B to be -3 and C to be 5, right? So let us do the left hand side first. A plus B group plus C. So it will result into 2 plus -3, will group this one, plus 5. So it will be -1 plus 5 will result into 4, right? Now we will do the right hand side. So A plus will group B plus C. A is 2, B is -3 and C is 5. So 2 plus 5 minus 3 is 2. It results into 4. See? So even if I have changed the grouping, the result is same. So that is known as associative property of integers. So let's come to the fourth property, or it is known as additive identity. Now if you add 0, the number remains itself. So identity remains itself. So identity doesn't change. So A plus 0 is equal to A, or also we can say 0 plus A is equal to A. So if I add 0 to any integer, the number remains itself, the integer remains itself, the identity is not lost. So let's take an example, like 7 plus 0 is equal to 7. So if I take -4, if I add 0, it remains as -4. Simple. That is known as additive identity. So 0 is supposed to be additive identity, right? So let's come to the last property, or the fifth property, is known as additive inverse. See what additive inverse is saying. For every integer there exists another integer which when added makes the sum 0. So for every integer there exists an integer which when added makes the sum 0. Example, see, I have taken +6. So for +6 there exists another integer just on the opposite side of the number line. So on the right hand side there is +6. So an inverse lies on the left hand side at an equal distance from 0, which when added becomes 0. So for example, -9 when added to +9 becomes 0. Got it? So that is known as additive inverse. So if somebody asks you or give you a question, so what is the additive inverse of 8? So it will be -8. So what is the additive inverse of -7? It will be 7. Got it? Very simple. So these are the 5 properties, right? So let's have a recap. So what are these 5 properties of integers? So the first property is the closure property, where it says that if A and B are 2 integers, so the sum of A plus B is also an integer. Property 2 is known as commutative property, where it says that if you change the order, the result remains the same. So A plus B equal to B plus A, where A and B are integers. So what is the third property? The third property is associative property. Associative means grouping. Even if you change the grouping in terms of addition, the results remains the same. So A plus B plus C is equal to A plus bracket B plus C. The fourth property says that additive identity, so 0 is supposed to be the additive identity. If you add 0 to any integer, the number remains itself. The fifth property is additive inverse. So for every number, for every integer, there is another integer. When it's added, the result is 0. Got it? So based on these 5 properties, let us end the lecture with some practice problem, right? So see, in the first practice problem is minus 89 plus dash is equal to minus 89, right? So what will be the answer? Answer will be, so see, the number is not changing, so 0. It is known as additive identity, right? Additive identity. Now 55, the next question is 55 plus dash equal to 0. So what do you need? This here, an additive inverse. So you need this one, minus 55. So this is known as additive inverse, because we have just studied that for every integer there lies another integer. When added, result is 0. So it is known as additive inverse. So for the third question, see what will be in the dash. So match it up and see, it will be minus 14. So this is an example of associative property. So it is an example of associative property, right? So fourth question is minus 29 plus 76 equal to 76 plus. So this is evident that you have just studied commutative property. So the answer will be, minus 29. So this is known as commutative property. Commutative property. Got it? So the last question is, see, so what will be in the dash? It is just the reverse case of another associative property. The blank was here on the right hand side, then the blank is on the left hand side. You might get a question such as this also, right? So the answer will be 172. So this is an example of associative property. Got it? So based on these 5 properties, you might get questions such as this. So need not worry. Try to learn and understand these 5 properties, and you can easily solve these short questions, right? So students, I hope you have followed today's lecture and have understood the concept of properties of addition in terms of integers. And I have also added a link to a worksheet, so for more practice problems, right? So you can so the link is there in the description box. You can download and you can practice those at home. Okay, so that's it for now, the end of lecture. Thanks for watching and have a great day. We'll meet soon. Bye bye.